met Sean Murphy when he was 14 years old.
Sean! Just act like a normal human being.
The Good Doctor is an American medical drama that aired on ABC in 2017, following the life of a young autistic surgeon's move to a new hospital, San Jose St. Bonaventure in California. The Good Doctor was instantaneously a hit, winning several awards and nominations for acting and screenwriting alike. The show features Freddie Highmore, who's known for his portrayal of Norman Bates in Bates Motel. As the protagonist, Highmore plays the lead of Dr. Sean Murphy, who has so far given an outstanding performance which we hope to see continued in Season 4. The show aired its 4th season on ABC in November of 2020 and was released in the UK on March 16, 2021. We're here to tell you all the juicy details of it. If you're watching this, then you're presumably up to date with Season 3 and just as excited as we are to see the new season unfold. There's a lot of drama that we can expect. If you're not caught up, stop watching now because this video does contain a fair few spoilers from Season 3 and its finale. We will avoid Season 4 spoilers because we're just as excited to see it as some of you are. Instead, we'll just give you an insight what to expect from the new season's cast and plot progression. No spoilers, we promise. Before we jump into the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any more videos like this. Now, onto The Good Doctor. What happened last season? If you're not caught up with The Good Doctor or just need a bit of a refresher before starting the new season, here's what happened at the end of Season 3 and where it leaves us at the start of Season 4. First up, let's address the earthquake. The end of the season saw an earthquake hit San Jose St. Bonaventure, causing an immense danger for many of the doctors and the patients. This particularly applied to Sean, Leah, Morgan, and Neil, who could have been permanently harmed as a result of it. We were shown a little bit into the repercussions of the earthquake before the season ended, but we're yet to find out what this meant for all the characters involved. Sean and Leah finally got together after a near-death experience. Sean had a near-death experience at the end of Season 3 after nearly being crushed in a collapsed brewery thanks to the earthquake. Sean had gone into the building to try and find Leah in fear of her being hurt. After emerging from the wreckage, Leah was waiting outside and fine. She kissed Sean, admitting she was in love with him and in turn going back on her earlier decision to turn him down. Season 4 will see where this decision leads the pair and if it sets or doesn't set the relationship in stone. We can't wait to find out what happens. Dr. Park struggled with leaving. In Season 3, we saw Dr. Alex Park struggle to come to terms with the heartbreaking death of one of his teenage patients. After the tragedy, he reflected a lot on his position at the hospital and was considering whether he wanted to stay or not. He wasn't sure on whether to leave and reunite with his family in Arizona when the season ended, but considering his appearance in Season 4, we suspect something might have changed. You'll have to tune into the show to find out what. Dr. Morgan Resnick's career. Dr. Morgan's hand condition of rheumatoid arthritis was worsening last we saw, so she had surgery to try and fix it. After operating before fully recovering, she may have given herself permanent damage to her hand, which is something we'll find out about in Season 4. If her hand condition has worsened, this may cost her her job at the hospital, as she'll be unable to perform surgery safely and precisely. If this is the case, what does Season 4 bring for the future of the surgeon? Dr. Neil Melendez's death. One of the most heartbreaking moments of the show was Dr. Neil Melendez's death caused by the earthquake. He suffered massive internal injuries after being hit by falling rubble, but brushed it off in order to help Claire save a patient. Shortly after he collapses, and it's discovered that there's really nothing to be done to save him. He manages to have a heartfelt goodbye with both John Lim and Claire before he dies, confessing his love to Claire and her doing so to him. After his death, we saw Lim and Claire comfort each other in their shared loss, which rubbed salt into the wound even more. The impact of his death will surely plague many of the main characters in the season to come. Now into Season 4, where does the season kick off? The Good Doctor's 4th season kicks off with Sean and the team struggling to tackle the global health situation and its surge through the hospital with an exciting 2-part special. The special will begin in the early days of the situation before too much is known about it and the severity of it. Proceeding from there, Sean will have lots of new challenges to face in his career while treating affected patients and trying to come to grips with what this new situation means for both himself and the hospital. We also see him face challenges in his private life as we witness tension between Sean's on and off again love interest Leah. We'll see the strain the global health situation has on the pair's new blooming relationship as it forces them apart, and there's potentially some interference from an outside party. That's all we're telling you on that matter. You'll have to watch to find out what we mean. Additionally, we will see the team grieve over the recent and devastating loss of Dr. Neil Melendez, find out whether Dr. Alex Park has decided to leave the hospital for good or not, and we'll find out what the outcome of Dr. Morgan's surgery was. We will also also see all of the main characters struggling with the vitality of the global health situation as they're forced onto the front line and into isolation in order to ensure that they're able to fight the situation hands-on and keep their loved ones safe from exposure. We can also tell you that the new season will present lots of new and somewhat scary challenges for protagonist Sean, thanks to Highmore addressing the subject himself in an interview with the lead actor. Highmore shared that Sean struggles to adapt to situations he isn't prepared for. With this huge uncertainty of the global health situation, he's going to have to rely a little more on instinct. This is also applicable to other aspects of Sean's life, as he will have to mentor a new trainee of team doctors with his colleagues, as well as face other internal challenges, as he'll be facing romantic trouble too, which he'll have to tackle quickly and head on if he wants to save his relationship. Which stars will appear in Season 4? The show will feature almost all of the old cast in the new season, as they face newer and more intense challenges at St. Bonaventure. We will also be introduced to some exciting new faces that will make up a junior doctor team Sean will have to train. Along with, of course, Highmore, we'll see the reappearance of Antonio Thomas as Dr. Claire Brown, Will Yoon Lee as Dr. Alex Park, Richard Schiff as Dr. Aaron Glassman, Christina Chang as Dr. Audrey Lim, Fiona Gubelman as Dr. Morgan Resnick, and Hill Harper as Dr. Marcus Andrews. The new trainee team will be made up of Bria Sonome Henderson as Dr. Jordan Allen, Brian Mark as Dr. Enrique Guren, Summer Brown as Dr. Olivia Jackson, and Noah Galvin as Dr. Asha Wolk. We're beyond excited to see what these new faces bring to the show, and to see how they fit into the dynamic of the existing characters. We're just as eager to see how they handle themselves during the pressure of the global health situation. We will also see a reappearance of Nicholas Gonzalez in Season 4, which may come as a surprise to some of you. Despite the death of his character at the hands of an earthquake in season finale, he does make a cameo in the new season. Gonzalez confessed his love to Dr. Claire Brown moments before his death, and she returned the sentiments. Evidently, she probably has a lot of grieving to do now that he's gone. When doing so, Gonzalez will appear as Dr. Neil to her at some point in the new season. Who will not be returning in Season 4? Dr. Carly Lever, played by Jessica Nicole, played Sean's love interest for most of the show up until last season. She ended things when she realized that Sean was actually in love with Leah, not her. I know our hearts broke too, and apparently so did Nicole's off-screen. She admitted in an interview that she was really struggling with the fate of her character for a while after finding out about Leah and Sean's split. Nicole even said to Highmore, "I'm sorry that I'm not in a good mood, I'm sad we're breaking up." Bless her. Nicole will therefore not be returning to The Good Doctor in the foreseeable future, or at least not in any major role. So there you have it. Season 4 will be packed with exciting new challenges for both Sean and the team to face. While we have to say a sad goodbye to a couple of beloved characters such as Carly and Melendez, we're intrigued to see what the new season brings for the team in general. The introduction of the global health situation will prove incredibly challenging for the characters, causing strain both professionally and privately, along with other storylines like the fate of Dr. Morgan's career and what happens to Dr. Park. It's going to be a dramatic season. That's all the intel we have on Season 4 of The Good Doctor for you, so we'd say you're about ready to start binging it now. We know that's what we're going to do. Remember to subscribe to our channel to see future videos like this and turn on notifications so you don't miss them. See you next time for another video.